just start that process.
Absolutely.
Am I authorized to call a public hearing at some point? That's what everybody wants, so I think we can invite the community to come out and let us know what they think. Right, town council's directly, whatever. All right?
Excellent.
Okay.
Does it need a vote or anything tonight to make it go forward?
It's
Next steps,
on,
right? Because
it's on the agenda. I'll entertain a motion to continue the process and call for a public hearing to discuss this matter.
so move that motion.
Motion been made. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move back to reports. Superintendent?
So typically in September, we lay out the agenda and goals for the coming year. So I have it on the screen behind me, but I also gave you a copy, so you don't have to get whiplash and looking back and forth. So last year, our focus was around the master facilities plan, getting right approval for our renovations and additions, launching our career and technical programs, and expanding our supports for intervention. One main thing that I needed to do last year but didn't have the time, and that's our district strategic plan, which has expired. So this year, the entire focus is around this district plan. So it's going to encompass actually a bit more than your traditional strategic plan, because we have a number of things going on that it just makes sense. While we're looking at a 5-year plan, we roll more into it. So, for example, the components we're looking at is, first, is around teaching and learning. It's a reassessment of our curriculum, of our professional development, of the resources that we have available to our teachers and students, and, to basically, how are we going to invest in our teachers, in our staff, and quite simply, how are we going to make the kids smarter? So there are a couple of things that we're looking at with this. And some of them are very simple, and they scale up to the more complex. At the simplest level, what do we expect to see in every elementary classroom? When you walk into a room, what does a North Smithfield classroom look like? It has the day's goals and agendas posted on the board, so students know what to expect that they're going to learn today. It has example of work around the room. So there are things that when we walk in every room, this is what it should look like. There should be standard resources. Does every room have a projector, smart board? Does every room have an Elmo document camera? Is there technology available? So what does every room look like? What does every school look like? What do you expect when you go into a school front office? We will have it defined and make sure that all of these components are there. So, and then, what does our student look like? What does our student look like after 3rd grade, after 8th grade, after high school, after graduating? And what do we expect our students to be able to do, to produce, to perform, to create? And then we look at what we do within education and start backwards mapping. We want the student to be able to do this, this, and this. How do we make that possible? And so then we start looking at systems of supports. Not every student is going to have a smooth ride. What do we do to help kids who are struggling in certain areas? What do we offer for extended learning opportunities, for extracurricular, athletics, music, and art? So again, the whole student. And then I have under technology, we're a very technically rich district. And rich in the sense that there is a lot, not in the sense that we spend a lot of money, it costs a lot. We want to be able to assure that learning can happen anytime, anywhere, from any device. So all of these things put together into making that North Smithfield student. And so again, what do we expect from our students, and how do we backwards map it, and ensure that they get there. And so that's the first part of the strategic planning. Within that, there is one particular initiative that I had wanted to start earlier than I was able to. And that is our student information system, which ties into how we communicate to the parents. How do we make sure our students are on track, they're learning, they're performing, they're growing, they're accelerating. And the student information system is something that I looked at in my first year here, but I wasn't prepared to make any changes. Last year, we did bring in a number of companies who made other student information systems. So we did a comparison of these very important critical systems for running schools. And what it came down to was that the system we have in place currently and that we've been using for 10 years is pretty good, but it can be better. And so rather than switch to one of the other systems that are used in the state, which actually would come at a cost of about $50,000 to $60,000 to switch systems. We just didn't have the budget for that type of endeavor. So it made more sense to work with what we have. My only concern with what we have is that North Smithfield and Smithfield are the only two Rhode Island districts using it. But it's still doing the job. We're still able to file state reports and do the work that's required of us by the Department of Ed and the federal government for reporting. But it also has a lot of untapped potential sitting. And so one of the first things we want to do is relaunch the parent portal. So we have an interface out there for parents that they can take a look at their children's grades and attendance. However, there's more that can be done. And there are some things that have been turned off in the past that are just actually inconvenient in today's day and age. For example, one of the things that was turned off that will be turned on is the ability to reset your own password. All modern systems do this. You shouldn't have to visit the school front office to produce ID to have your password reset. It goes away. We're looking at putting more information for parents into the system. And not just so that you have to log in to see it, but so that it can trigger automatic emails. You give you a notification so that when you want more information, you go into the portal, you get more information, you have the contact with this child's teacher. But we want to use this as a much more effective communication tool. We are going to make another push for emails, to collect emails from all parents. We also want to assure that the parents that, you know what, if you have a work email and you're not comfortable using that for school notifications, there are other free email programs you can open up for school business. We also have, one of the things that is kind of tricky is that we do have families that do not want to be disturbed, and we may have blocks on messages, emails that come out from the school. So when we use the school messenger program to make phone calls, notification of school cancellation or something like that, a lot of times we will also accompany that with an email notification. And we get a report back of numbers that were busy, that are disconnected, and even that have blocks. And also some of the emails, there are some blocks. This is a way that we need to stress that we need to communicate and send information and have this connectivity between the school and the home running at all times. And this is the most efficient way to do this. So that is the other push. Last year, we started revising with the tragedies of school shootings around the country, our school safety plans. And this year is a continuation of that. And that's going to be wrapped up into the school, the district improvement plan. So we have a lot of work to do on the emergency emergency response. We are looking at getting some very highly specialized training with our partnership with the North Smithfield Police Department. In fact, Claire and I will be going for hours training, along with our school resource officers and assistant principal at the high school. So we want to experience this firsthand and then bring these resources back to the school, train our teachers, train our administrators, so that everyone is on the same page and we all know the exact right thing to do, or at least have the option and the flexibility that during an emergency, no one's freezing up and we all know exactly how to respond in various situations. Along with that, we have increased our security camera system. And that was one of the efficiencies that our technology department brought in. We had quotes from companies to update our security cameras at each of the schools, and they were $40,000 per school. Well, we did that in-house for under $4,000, and the system is just as good, just as effective as if we had spent $40,000 with an outside vendor. We have some very talented people working here in the school department. So we're revising all of that. We have our SROs, and our SROs, the feedback from the teachers, the parents, the kids, has just been fantastic. I could not have possibly chosen a better two SROs than who we have right now. And we want them to do more than be present in the cafeteria and the hallways. We want to leverage them in anti-bullying campaigns. We want to bring them into our health classrooms to discuss the dangers of drugs and vaping and et cetera. We want to be able to use them not as a police presence, but as an educational presence, as role models. So that is one of the things we're working on with our new SROs. And with that is really assessing our social emotional supports. Now we have psychologists and social workers on staff, and we have initiatives at every grade level in every school, but we want to make sure that what we're doing at the elementary feeds into the middle, feeds into the high school, so that it's a continuum across all grade levels in North Smithfield, and not necessarily an elementary focus, a middle school focus, and in high school, a different focus. But a continuum. And of course, it just gets more mature and grade appropriate as it goes on. And then along with that is just the overall how we do business, and I have it under operations and efficiencies. So, under the budget and finance section, we're always looking for ways to get more for less, to cut costs, but still bring in programs. We need to do more work with trying to find grants. Now, I'll admit it is a bit of a challenge from North Smithfield to try to rank and seek and find and get awarded grants, because, and I'll be honest, my previous districts, it was easy. You just write something and money was there. But highly distressed, highly needy communities, that's not the case here. However, there is a need for funding and for support. And so we do need to do better to try to find alternate sources of funding. We need to extend our purchasing power. So we do purchase from state contracts. We do purchase through competitive bids. However, there's another avenue, another resource that we're really looking to develop this year, and that's the Northwest Consortium. And that is North Smithfield, Smithfield, Barberville, Lincoln, and now Cumberland have joined. And we look at joint purchasing opportunities. So rather than purchase based on 1,700 North Smithfield students, now we're combining the numbers of all of our districts. So some of the things we're looking to do are, and again, I don't know how possible this is, but we're investigating this, is not just joint purchasing, but also looking at aligning our contracts. So for example, all of us have transportation contracts. They're all due at different times. we're all using pretty much the same vendors. So one of the possibilities, and I know, there are financial hurdles and things to jump through, is can we align our contracts so that we go out collectively? And that's one of the things we're pushing for. We're also looking at various agreements for high-cost special education. And there are students that we cannot service internally, that we have to send somewhere else. And sometimes the price is quite steep. However, there's also the possibility that each of our districts can have a specialty, and maybe we can work out more of a sharing type of situation as opposed to a $70,000 tuition, a $100,000 tuition. Right now, we do have a student that is in Smithfield, and we're paying far less than if we were to send that student to the East Street School, closer to home, and in a very viable placement. We have a partnership with Bradley at the high school. We have some students from other districts in our Bradley partnership. That brings down the cost for our students. So again, there are these creative ways of looking multi-district and combining our purchasing powers. Enrollment projection plan. And this is a concern I brought up before, and certainly one that's really at the top now, is that we're no longer on a 10-year declining population. We've stabilized, we've plateaued, and now our population is increasing. And that is just natural increase. People moving in, cluster placements coming into our district. The other concern is that there's plans for various housing developments going into it. Now, and I know Mrs. Mayo and others have spoken at planning meetings, but that is a real concern in that, yes, North Smithfield is a good place to raise kids. And yes, people want to come here and raise the children, schools, we can save neighborhoods, we have real connection to the environment, good community. But we're running out of room at the end. And we're closing a campus, we are adding on to another one. And that does buy us time. But ultimately, if we're talking 20 new families and 30 kids, 40 kids, 50 kids, 100 students coming in, we're going to start making compromises on how we allocate space. At NSES, that will be one of the tightest areas right now. We will most likely run into a point where we have to make a choice between a new classroom, say 4th grade, or music having its own room, music teacher having her own room. We may end up on a cart for a number of the itinerary classes. So that's a possibility moving forward. So we have large numbers of students going through the elementary into the middle school. Once Howell closes in middle school and they come to the middle school, we will have space for everyone, but again, it's not a tremendous amount of extra space. As it is right now, we this year had to open up a new classroom, 5th grade. We didn't anticipate it. 6th grade right now has 6. On the verge of a 7th. There's never been that many students in the 6th grade. And they become 7th graders, they become 8th graders, and now the wave of the bubble goes up through the high school. So right across every building, we will be truly utilizing our capacity. So that has to be part of the plan going forward, to look at the projections, look at the possibilities, look at how we're going to use space now and into the future. So that brings us into the current facilities initiatives that we have to ensure safe, healthy school learning environments and work environments. As you know, there have been Mr. Seeley and his team have been doing a marvelous job with renovations throughout the district. They have been able to do projects in-house that in the past, we would have had to turn to outside vendors. And instead of paying, for example, the atrium outside of the auditorium at the high school, the price we had from a couple of vendors to renovate that space was between $30,000 and $40,000. Dave Rowe, Alan, our guys, they did it for about $3,000 worth of materials. So, and that's the type of work that they're doing throughout all of our schools throughout the district. And that's the type of work that we will continue to build on. So this year we do have the classroom initiatives. And in the next phase, the next part, I'll give you an update on that. And they will be done for the summer. And they will be ready to accommodate students with Hallowell for September. We have the science labs. We have the locker rooms at the high school. We have secured architecture firms to help with the design for that. And that's what I'll explain in the next phase and where we're at on that. But probably more immediate is the whole grade level reconfiguration. And we did an awful lot of planning for that last year. And we have a lot of pieces in place. But we need to finalize and formalize this sooner than later for a couple of reasons. So, first of all, scheduling personnel. We have a very early budget cycle here in town. And we need to know exactly what personnel are we going to be saving for closing Hallowell versus what we need to